I've been face to face with some of the world's deadliest predators, but today, I'm diving into a world where the hunters are rooted to the ground. That's right, we're talking about carnivorous plants, nature's very own veggie monsters. These incredible plants have evolved to trap and digest animals, from tiny insects to small vertebrates. It's absolutely mind-blowing when you think about it. Get ready for an incredible journey into a realm where plants turn the tables on animals. And let me tell you, what we're about to explore will leave you amazed at the wonders of the natural world. Crikey! The world of carnivorous plants is absolutely incredible. These aren't your average garden flowers. They're highly specialized predators that have adapted to thrive in nutrient-poor environments. From the famous Venus flytrap to the lesser-known bladderworts, there are over 600 species of carnivorous plants spread across the globe. They come in all shapes and sizes, but they all share one thing in common. They've evolved to supplement their diet with animal protein. Now, you might be wondering, why would a plant need to eat animals? Well, these clever plants often grow in areas where the soil is lacking in essential nutrients. Let's take a closer look at one of the most famous carnivorous plants, the Venus flytrap. This little beauty is a true marvel of evolution. Each leaf is lined with sensitive trigger hairs and can snap shut in less than a second when an unsuspecting insect touches them. It's like watching a miniature vegetable version of a crocodile's jaws. Absolutely incredible. But here's the really fascinating bit. The Venus flytrap can actually count. It takes 2 touches of the trigger hairs within about 20 seconds to spring the trap. This clever mechanism helps the plant avoid wasting energy on false alarms like raindrops or debris. Now, if you think the Venus flytrap is impressive, wait until you see the pitcher plants. These plants have evolved leaves that form deep, pitcher-like structures filled with digestive fluid. It's like they've turned themselves into living wells of death for unsuspecting insects. The rim of the pitcher is often brightly colored and produces nectar to lure in prey, but it's also incredibly slippery, causing insects to fall into the trap. Once an insect falls in, there's usually no escape. The inside of the pitcher is lined with downward-pointing hairs that make climbing out nearly impossible. If you've ever gotten your fingers stuck together with super glue, you'll have an idea of how sundews catch their prey. These fascinating plants are covered in tentacle-like stalks, each tipped with a drop of sticky mucilage that glistens in the sun like morning dew, hence their name. But this isn't water we're talking about, it's a deadly trap for small insects. When an insect lands on a sundew attracted by the glistening droplets, it quickly becomes stuck. The more it struggles, the more entangled it becomes. Then, in a process that never fails to amaze me, the sundew's tentacles slowly curl around the prey, bringing it into contact with more sticky tentacles and digestive enzymes. It's like watching a plant turn into a tiny, sticky octopus. Some species can even detect the movement of trapped prey and bend their entire leaf to engulf the unfortunate insect. Absolutely incredible. It's nature at its most ingenious, if you ask me. Now, butterworts might look harmless with their pretty, violet-like flowers, but don't be fooled. These plants are ruthless killers. Their leaves form a flat rosette on the ground, and they're covered in tiny glands that secrete a slippery, sticky mucilage. It's like nature's own flypaper. Insects that land on the leaves quickly find themselves stuck fast, unable to escape. Once the prey is caught, the leaf's edges slowly curl upward, creating a shallow bowl that holds digestive enzymes. It's a slow but effective process that turns the entire leaf into a stomach of sorts. What's really fascinating is that some species of butterworts can switch between carnivorous and non-carnivorous forms depending on the season. Talk about adaptive. It just goes to show how incredibly versatile these plants can be. Now, let's dive underwater to meet one of the most bizarre and fascinating carnivorous plants, the bladderwort. These aquatic plants have evolved tiny bladder-like traps that are among the most sophisticated structures in the plant kingdom. Each bladder has a small trap door surrounded by trigger hairs. When a tiny aquatic organism touches these hairs, the trapdoor flies open, sucking in the prey along with a rush of water. It happens so fast that it's barely visible to the human eye. The whole process takes place in less than a millisecond, making it one of the fastest movements in the plant world. Once inside, the prey is quickly digested, and the trap resets itself ready for its next victim. It's like watching a microscopic version of a whale gulping down krill. Some species of bladderwort can catch several prey items per minute. Now that's what I call an efficient predator. Crikey, it's just mind-blowing how these plants have adapted to their underwater environment. Carnivorous plants aren't just fascinating, they're also incredibly important parts of their ecosystems. These plants often grow in wetlands, bogs, and other habitats that are under threat from human activities. By trapping and digesting insects, they play a crucial role in nutrient cycling in these nutrient-poor environments. Some species even provide homes for certain insects or frogs, forming mutualistic relationships that benefit both the plant and the animal. In fact, the complex relationships between carnivorous plants and their environments make them excellent indicators of ecosystem health. When we see carnivorous plants thriving, it's a good sign that the whole ecosystem is in balance. It's a reminder of just how interconnected and intricate nature can be. And let me tell you, it's absolutely incredible to witness these relationships in action. The adaptations of carnivorous plants never cease to amaze me. These plants have evolved an incredible array of strategies to survive in challenging environments. From the fast-acting traps of the Venus flytrap to the patient sticky leaves of the sundews, each species has its own unique approach to catching prey. And it's not just about trapping. These plants have also developed specialized digestive enzymes to break down their catch and absorb the nutrients they need. But perhaps the most impressive thing about carnivorous plants is their ability to balance photosynthesis with carnivory. They're still plants, after all, and they need sunlight to survive. The energy they expend on trapping and digesting prey has to be offset by the nutrients they gain. It's a delicate balancing act that these plants have perfected over millions of years of evolution. Absolutely fascinating stuff, I tell you. Unfortunately, many species of carnivorous plants are under threat due to habitat loss, climate change, and overcollection for the horticultural trade. It's crucial that we work to protect these unique plants and the habitats they call home. Conservation efforts are underway in many parts of the world, but there's still much work to be done. As we've seen, these plants are not just fascinating curiosities, they're important parts of complex ecosystems that we need to preserve. And you know what? We all have a part to play in ensuring these incredible plants continue to thrive for generations to come. Well, we've just scratched the surface of the mind-blowing world of carnivorous plants. From snap traps to sticky leaves, pitcher plants to bladderworts, these incredible organisms show us just how diverse and adaptable life on Earth can be. They remind us that there's still so much to discover and protect in the natural world. So next time you're out in nature, keep your eyes peeled. You never know when you might spot one of these fascinating veggie predators. And remember, every plant, no matter how small or strange, has an important role to play in our planet's incredible web of life. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.